Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. This is Books and Tea and All Things Me, and I am so glad that you are here today. Today I am doing my very first Top 5 Wednesday video. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey, and she comes up with a new topic every week for people to share their top 5 of whatever that topic happens to be. I think it's awesome, and I just loved this topic. I've been a little bit scared to participate in Top 5 Wednesday up until now because I didn't feel like I had good enough answers because I haven't read enough books that people are actually interested in reading to really give my recommendations for a lot of the video topics that have come up. And so today I thought I can do the top 5 books I'm thankful for. Everyone should be able to do that because as readers, I think we have so much to be thankful for when it comes to books and when it comes to these authors that we know and we love, and we're so thankful to them for creating these worlds that we can escape into, for these wonderful stories that we can relate to or that we can feel physical things about, and it's just so awesome. I am so thankful for reading, and I am so thankful for everything that books have done for me in my life and for BookTube. I reached 350 subscribers yesterday, and I was so overwhelmed because I was not expecting that many people to be interested in what I had to say, and I'm just so thankful for that too. So anyways, I'm rambling. Let's get into the top 5 books that I'm thankful for. So the first book that I'm thankful for, and this is a series of books, and I've talked about this on my channel before, but this is the Little House on the Prairie collection by Laura Ingalls Wilder. If you've heard me talk about these before, you know that I grew up with my father reading these to me. Every night before I went to bed, my dad and I would sit with our backs leaned up against my bed and we would read together, and he would read me the books when I didn't know how to read yet, and then when I started to learn how to read, I would read them to him. And I know we made it through the series at least one time, possibly we made it through more than that, but I just have such great memories of that time that we spent together, and I think those are some of my dad's favorite memories too of me as a child, and so I'm just so thankful for that and for how that strengthened my relationship with my dad growing up. The second book that I'm thankful for is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I read this book really recently, and I'm just still thinking about it. I still think about it like every single day. I still think about how powerful the message is and how much I was able to relate to that. I've told you guys all before that my mom has cancer, and so I've thought a lot of the same things that our main character in that story feels about how it is to deal with that illness as a child, having a mother that is going through an illness like this. And more recently, I've started thinking about it in terms of my grandmother as well. She passed away a couple of years ago from cancer also, and honestly, I think I can actually relate to the book more in terms of her death than my mother's illness. And so just having those feelings of not wanting to let her go, but knowing that it's best for her, and I don't know, I thought it was so beautiful. I love the story so much, and it just means so much to me, so I'm very thankful for it. The third book that I'm thankful for, and this is another series as well, but I'm going to pick kind of one book from this series, and I think this is on everyone's top 5 books that they're thankful for, but that is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. And I'm picking this book because it is the last book in the series, and I think that this book is what kept me reading as a child, because I always was anticipating the next book and the next book and the next book and the finale to this story. And so I think this one is the one I'm most thankful for, just because, like I said, it just kept me reading and it kept me wanting more. I read this series as the books came out, so I wasn't reading Harry Potter constantly or all in a row. I was reading other things in between, but I think this is really what kept me interested in reading and what just really helped to make reading a huge part of my childhood and my growing up. The fourth book that I'm thankful for, and you may have never heard of this book before, it's called Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers, and this is a Christian fiction book. It follows the story of a prostitute actually, and basically it's a story of love and redemption. This guy falls in love with her and forgives her for everything that she's done, and he forgives her over and over again. I read this quite a few years ago, and it was at a time in my life where I was having a lot of guilt and a lot of feelings of inadequacy because of certain things I've done in the past, and this book just really helped me realize how Jesus, who is you know, the love of my life, aside from my husband, but how Jesus just has this redeeming love for us, and he will forgive me no matter what my sins are, no matter what I've done. He loves me and he will forgive me for that. And so that was a really powerful thing at that time in my life, because I was feeling so guilty and so inadequate about those things. If you haven't read this book and you are a Christian, I would highly recommend it. It is wonderful. I'm planning to read it probably again in this coming year, just because it is my favorite Christian book. And then the final book that I'm thankful for, the 5th book, is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, and I have a couple reasons for this. The first thing I'm thankful for is that it was the first book I ever read as a booktuber. So it was the first book that I ever picked up once I decided to start my channel. It was one of the first books I ever talked about on my channel, and it is so good. Like, I'm just so thankful that that could be one of the first ones that I shared with you. I just love how much this book was able to change my perspective, how it sort of got me interested in more historical fiction types of things. I was never interested in war or anything growing up. Like, learning about history at school was just not really my thing. It was interesting, but I hated how we needed to learn it and remember it, and how I didn't like the classroom setting of learning about history. So reading this book from the perspective of a young German girl just really changed my perspective and what I knew about World War II and about Hitler's reign. And so I love the book. It is so good. It is my favorite book, and so I'm very thankful for it. So finally, while I'm giving thanks for all of these wonderful books, I just want to thank you again, my subscribers, the people who comment, the people who like my videos, the people who have reached out to me on Twitter or through the comments. I'm just so thankful for all of you. This has been the most wonderful experience that I think that I've had in a really long time. I just can't believe how happy it's making me, and so I am so thankful for all of you. I am so thankful for this community, and I am so thankful to be a part of it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. How many times can I say thank you? That was a lot. So anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm planning to spend the day with my family. I am on call for work, so hopefully they don't have to call me in. That would be really unfortunate, but I just can't wait to go to church and to sing in the choir tomorrow morning, and just to give thanks for everything that I have been blessed with. So I hope that you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. Have fun shopping and stay safe if you're going out for Black Friday, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!